Hey, Husker fans, Sam McEwen along with Tom Shatel for Tom Shatel's Monday Press Pass for the Omaha World-Herald and Omaha.com. Well, Nebraska's 1-1, Tom, and they had a press conference today to preview the Buffalo game. The Bulls are a 12-point underdog, but Nebraska seems to be taking them pretty seriously.
They better, and it's the last day of summer for me, Labor Day. I brought up the shorts. Pardon the sports writer legs. We won't go into that. But, Sam, on this field on Saturday, an amazing thing happened. The sun came out, the stands were full, and Nebraska won big. And they had the backup quarterback in most of the second half. A lot of the young players got to play. It was like old times. Now, I hope you enjoyed that because that's over with. The season begins on Saturday, and this game is no bull. The Buffalo Bulls, not the Bills. The Bulls are a very good team. They know how to play football. They were taught by none other than the old Husker quarterback himself, Turner Gill. And after that, former UNO in Nebraska assistant Lance Leipold. These guys are dangerous. They don't make mistakes. They have just enough talent to beat you if you let them. And so it's going to be very interesting to see how Nebraska approaches this game. They always say all the right things on Monday, and sometimes on Saturday the right things don't happen. So if they kind of mess around like they did last Saturday, that could be a problem. And this is a game that they should. I'm not going to say should win anymore, but this is we know about Oklahoma and trying to get out of that game, and Ohio State. And they should be trying to get out of that game. Then you've got Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, all those big ones. But this is one, I'm not saying they're Ohio State, but this is a game that they could lose, and if it could derail the season. So I think they hope they approach this game like they would any Big Ten game left, because they're going to need it.
Nebraska lost to Northern Illinois in 2017 and Troy in 2018, so there's precedent for losing these games. In both games, Nebraska could not run the ball at all. And I'm just curious what you thought of Nebraska's run game against Fordham.
I liked it. I thought it was Fordham. Okay, we're not going to make any, because they had a guy make 30 tackles. He probably could have made 50 and it wouldn't have mattered, but God love him. But the run game, I liked the fact that they identified a couple of playmakers that they're going to need in this season. Step, and of course a receiver, I can't pronounce his name.
Samori Toure.
Toure, thank you. I'm a sports writer, remember that. Anyway, I thought that was a good thing to identify playmakers, and it gives you a little bit of an identity going forward. You know who you can count on. But offensive line still needs work. It's still very young. They're going to have to grow up in a hurry. I may have more on that later this week in a column. But yeah, it was good to see. But again, the mistakes, they can't turn it over. They can't let up this week.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll have plenty of coverage previewing Nebraska's game against Buffalo, and then there's going to be a little bit of a sneak peek into the Oklahoma game, I think, on Sunday. And of course, it's your 30th anniversary working at the Omaha World-Herald, so we'll have a little bit of a tribute in the Sunday paper of Tom's 30 years covering Nebraska football. They were a little bit better when you started than they are now. Just a little bit.
And yet people were still up in arms and upset. It was the end of the world that year. So here we are 30 years later.
Yep, we are. Well, for Tom Shatel, I'm Sam McEwen. This is Tom Shatel's Press Pass with the Omaha World-Herald and Omaha.com.